Great news out of West Africa. At the end of last week, no new cases of Ebola were reported in the three hardest hit nations. The World Health Organization says the epidemic, which killed more than 11,000 people, is now confined to these small areas of Guinea. Now, at the height of the epidemic in mid-September last year, the three West African countries were recording more than 700 confirmed, probable or suspected cases of the deadly virus in a single week. Now, the epidemic is considered over in a country where no new cases are identified for 42 days. That's twice the incubation period of the virus. That happened in Liberia on May the 9th. But a new case was reported at the end of June, sparking new infections. But that was controlled, and on September 2nd, Liberia had again gone 42 days without a new case, but still remains under surveillance. Now, Sierra Leone has released its last known Ebola patients on September 28th and must wait 42 days until it can be declared free of the virus. It's a different story, however, in Guinea. Over 509 people are believed to have the virus and are still being monitored, and another 290 have been identified but have not been found. Back to you.
Well, let's get you more on this from Dr. Margaret Harris. She is the World Health Organization spokesperson. Dr. Harris, it's quite a significant development on the fight against Ebola. What factors have contributed to this scenario of zero Ebola infections in the past week?
Good morning. Yes, it's very, very encouraging data, and it certainly shows us that these countries are getting very, very close to interrupting transmission. Now, we have seen with all countries that you do get a couple of weeks of zero cases, and then you maybe get one more, two cases. So we caution that it's not quite time to celebrate, but it does show the tremendously excellent hard work that's been put in by so many people for so long. It's finally paying off.
So does this mean Ebola is almost being contained in West Africa, and what more needs to be done?
Okay, so what needs to be done is to really keep a very close eye on what is going on in all the communities. As you rightly pointed out in your excellent report, that Liberia managed to interrupt transmission and get to the 42 days of zero cases in May, but then again they found a small cluster of cases in July. And this does happen in many Ebola outbreaks. And so the most important thing is to be able to monitor everybody and have the communities monitoring themselves, putting out whenever they find anybody who is possibly ill or anybody who dies, and making sure that absolutely everybody is tested. And I can tell you that's exactly what is going on now in all three countries. That's why Liberia, for instance, was able to find those cases and shut them down so quickly. And we now have people in every district, WHO people, but lots of partners as well. And of course, the governments of all those countries have put large numbers of people on the ground to really, really follow. And this has to go on for months and months after we get to zero, to ensure that we never see an outbreak of this nature again.
Oh, Dr. Margaret Harris on the line for us from Geneva. Many thanks.